Hey YouTube, uh, just wanted to make a short video about Windows 8 and what I think about it. I think it's a good operating system. They could change a few things and it would be perfect. It's really, really fast, especially if you have an SSD. I've got a Toshiba Portage R930 with a Core i5 V Pro running at 2.6 gigahertz and Turbo Boost. It can go up to 3.2 gigahertz. 8 gigabyte of 1600 megahertz of RAM, and 128 gigabyte SSD. So that really helps Windows 8 just fly. It boots up from after the BIOS. When you turn it on, it is ready in a matter of seconds, less than 10 seconds. You can be logged in around 10 seconds, depending on your settings and all that. But I think it's really good. I like the Metro interface. There's different ways to interact with it and do the same things. You have your desktop, which I love. So let's go into desktop. You know, the only real things that have changed are this networks. I find that really good though. It's better than before. Task Manager is much different and much better. Processes, like everything in here, is shows more of what it did in Windows 7, but it just shows it a lot more clearly and easier and more information. So, you know, these are all my processes running. Performance. I love the performance tab. It shows the CPU, memory. Shows all this. It shows all the details. Like in the CPU, it shows all the details of the clock speed and all that. Disk. It shows how much of the bandwidth to the SSD or hard drive that you're using is. And then this is the disk that I'm recording to. Ethernet. Ethernet shows how much uh, you know internet connectivity you're using. App history shows the history of your apps. Startup shows it's sort of like a really easy way to choose what programs turn on when you start up the computer, and you can speed up the boot of your computer and log in if you disable some of the high impacting programs. Users, it just shows like before, but looks a lot better. Details of the processes, and then services. So it's all the services running quite a bit. So I like that. A really cool addition is the App Store. So let's open that. Now, the App Store is full of apps, and the longer Windows 8 exists, well, that's obvious, the longer it's been from its launch, the more apps that will pop up here. So the top three apps: Skype, Google Search, Wikipedia, Jetpack Joyride, eBay. There's banking maps, banking apps, so you can do online banking. Remote desktop. I've used it, but not on this laptop. It's a lot better than Microsoft Service. No, Microsoft MSTS. I think Microsoft's Terminal Service Client MTSC. I think that was it. That's a lot better. And there's all these apps. There's tons of apps. Those are just the top 98 free ones. Games. The top free games: Jetpack Joyride, Solitaire, Cut the Rope, Pinball, Minesweeper. All these games. There's lots of apps there. If you want to search for an app, put your mouse in the top right hand corner, and then click search, and then Fly to Where is a really cool app. If you have relatives on a plane, you can track their flight. I already have it installed. It's really cool. It is a bit dodgy. Oh, not dodgy, but glitchy, but they should fix it quite soon. I like that app. The eBay app is also really good. So, you search. Let's search for a bike. So here's all the bikes. A vintage bike. What is this? So, it it fills up, the app fills up the entire screen. It looks really nice. It's easy to use and all that, even with a mouse. With a touchpad, it's easy to use. You can scroll to the left and right and all that. I have the sensitivity down on my touchpad because every time I put it up, it automatically puts the sensitivity down. Now, to get to the start menu, there's several ways to do it. You can put your mouse in the top right hand corner, pull it down to start. You can put it down to the bottom left hand corner, and hang on, let's go to desktop. Put it down to the bottom left hand corner, then press start. Or, this is my favorite and the one that I use the most, is tap the start button on the keyboard. And you can go back and forth with the previous app or window that you're using, so you can just spam that. Now, live tiles, you may not want this, but it's when, like, for example, they just moved them, the sport, news and weather. They flip over. You can disable that, but it doesn't really affect the performance that much. These apps here, notice how they don't look as good as the eBay and FlightAware and all that. It's because they're not Metro apps. So Toshiba Eco Utility, if you click that, it goes to the desktop, and then you just use that as you normally would. Now, drivers with Windows 8. I noticed that there were a lot less drivers for Windows 8 than Windows 7, around half, around 50% less. And I was wondering, that's weird, because I couldn't find the webcam driver, I couldn't find the Bluetooth, and I could not find the Wi-Fi. I did have to install a Wi-Fi driver from the Intel Update utility, but the camera and the Bluetooth drivers were built into Windows 8. So I can open the camera app, and that's me. And that works really well. It does take up the full amount of screen, so if you have a crappy webcam built in, then it sort of will look crap, but whatever. Now, multitasking in the Metro interface, you can close all your apps running in the background quite easily. Put your mouse in the top left hand corner, pull it down, and then you can close all the apps that you were using. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see a video about a certain part of Windows 8, just message me on my YouTube channel. Leave comments. Please rate and subscribe and all that. And if you have any questions, leave a comment or message me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Anyway, thanks for watching.